I want to share with the people who will be able to come. How do we find our road back to livable world? I've been thinking, why me? What is that I have that people might be wanting? But I thought that I have nothing. I have nothing completely. And having nothing completely makes me feel the other person or those people who will be wanting to listen to me. Because the emptiness I feel in me, those who will be able to come, they feel the emptiness that I feel. They are confused the way I am confused. I have enriched myself with a lot of education from universities or this, but I lacked the wisdom, I lacked the indigenous aspect of which people used to live. If you go to Australia, you'll see people are speaking of original people. If you go to America, they are indigenous people. If you come to Africa, you'll find indigenous people. Who are these indigenous people? What were they doing that made them so recognized until today? And how do we make a sense of feeling them, at least to see how they used to live? Why are we saying this world is unlivable? What could they say if they are now here today? We have created a culture of monopoly. We have been living in a culture of monopoly. We have been living in a culture of individuality. We created this culture. I was in Japan in 2009. It was my first time to read a book from Masanobu Fukuoka, Road Back to Nature. When I read this, I wanted to see the author, but he was very old and my time did not allow me to stay longer in Japan that I could meet him. He passed. He had acquired master's degree, PhDs in agriculture. But when he wrote the book, Road Back to Nature, he said, whatever I have acquired in this world have robbed me of who I am. He worked with the government as an agricultural extension, but he said, has robbed me. The education I had, if I had aligned it with nature, then it could be even more shared with more people. That is the reason he made that road back to nature, just with all the education, but I want to get the road back to nature. What is there in nature? Masanobu Fukuoka, he said the natural way of farming, you will find everything grows together. The flowers, the bananas, all these, they grow together. And you see how beautiful it is in the morning and the afternoon. It's so beautiful. How do we create that? We are living in unlivable world. But how can we find our way back to a livable world? How do we see and notice that this is the road back to a livable world? Let's think of the indigenous people. Let's think of the indigenous trees. Let's think of the indigenous animals. Let's think of the education that we have, the PhDs, the master's degrees, the diplomas, the certificates, lot of papers. How do we incorporate with livable world and making it sustainable? I'm still thinking, I'm still researching, and I want to research with my listeners who will be there. What comes in his or her mind? And then how do we share together during my session? At the beginning, I told you I'm lost. And I feel I'm not alone. But I want those who feel the same. We come together. How do we find our way back to Unliveable World?